All right, so creating your own chickens. The chickens can hatch chickens, and that's pretty cool, but it doesn't always work as well as you would hope. For example, they are in this omelet, probably a little too tall, and when the chicks come out, they're gonna slip through this grate, so it's gonna be a bit of a mess, but I'm gonna let them sit on these, and then I'm also going to do an incubator, and I'll go show you that. So I use this rather large Brinza incubator, and I've got the circular one that was okay, but it burnt out, something went wrong, and then there was I didn't come down and check on it, and there was a day or two where it wasn't keeping things warm. Everyone's still hatched, but you know, little suspect. So this guy's pretty cool because it does everything. So it'll rotate them. It's got little spinners in here. Basically the eggs sit on these and they rotate back and forth. I do have it in my basement, so it's quiet and you know, dark. I don't know if that really matters, but it keeps people from checking on them all the time, because when you open this lid up, you lose the humidity. So you're supposed to, you know, pump some water into it. There's a plastic pipe, a hose, and then this guy will pump its own water in. I just got this huge bottle, drilled a little hole in the top, stuck it down there, and it sucks the water up. So I got to refill that. I'll fill all these guys up. The other thing you want to figure out is it takes about 23, 25 days for eggs to hatch. So you want to start them when you know you're going to be here, because you don't want the chickens, the chicks in here just like wallowing around this. You should turn off the rotator within like 3 days of them being hatched so that they don't get rotated on. But yeah, sometimes you forget, you know. It'd be nice if it had some auto timer for that. But it's a pretty cool device, and it hatches pretty much everybody. I'd say 90% of the eggs hatch, which, I mean, is that my fault, their fault? I don't know, or the egg's fault. So we did just find a whole bunch of eggs. My daughter did. I'll go show you that. And she just collected them all. So the chickens had buried them under the mulch chips that are in their boxes. So I don't know how old they are. Typically what I would do is collect eggs and start dating them. And I will do that, but I may not get enough because the hawks are just nailing all my chickens right now. So anyway, this is the incubator, and I'll kind of splice these together as we go. So these are all the eggs my daughter found. That is a ton of them. So maybe we weren't getting less eggs through the winter. Maybe they were just hiding them. But anyway, I've hatched eggs that are up to 30 days old. So, and they still worked. I don't know what the real limit is on them, or, you know, how to, the science of taking care of an egg and letting it hatch over time. Typically you just want the freshest ones. But I've done them pretty old, and they've made it. Of course, I have had chickens hatch, and they are kind of deformed, and maybe those are the old eggs. I should have tracked a little bit better. So what I'll do is I'll write numbers on them, the dates, or just a sequence of numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and saying how old they are. That way I can sort of keep track. And maybe it's not as scientific as it could be, but they all pretty much hatch. Now again, 50% of them are going to be roosters, so kind of stinks, but that's just how, you know, genetics work.